What if I told you that certain vegetables you might be eating regularly could be silently weakening your immune response, accelerating cognitive decline, and compromising your mobility, particularly the strength and stability of your legs? This isn't mere speculation. This concerning connection is supported by extensive research published in respected journals like the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, with studies involving thousands of older adults over multiple decades. At first glance, many vegetables in your kitchen might seem beneficial for your health. However, some varieties can quietly trigger inflammatory responses, damage the delicate capillaries in your lower extremities, make walking increasingly difficult, and significantly increase the risk of falls, the #1 cause of fatal injuries among those over 65. But don't worry. This guide will provide you with clear, practical information about 3 powerful vegetables you should include in your daily diet to protect your health, enhance cognitive function, and maintain robust mobility. 3 seemingly innocent vegetables you should eliminate from your diet immediately. Stay with me until the end, where I'll reveal a surprising truth about a vegetable most people consider healthy, but that may actually be undermining your leg strength without your knowledge. Part 1. 3 vegetables, essential for adults over 601. Kale, nature's resilience. Booster among the myriad vegetables lining grocery store shelves, kale stands as a quiet powerhouse for those navigating the journey of healthy aging. For adults over 60, kale represents more than just a trendy superfood. It's a natural shield meticulously designed to protect the body's core systems when natural resilience begins to decline. Rich in glucosinolates, powerful plant compounds. Unique to cruciferous vegetables, kale actively defends against chronic inflammation, one of the silent accelerators of aging. Chronic inflammation doesn't merely cause discomfort, it gradually deteriorates blood vessels, joints, brain function, and muscle integrity, all vital elements for maintaining independence and quality of life. Glucosinolates activate critical pathways that help eliminate harmful compounds from the body and stimulate the immune system's natural defense mechanisms, making each serving a strategic investment in longevity. Beyond inflammation control, kale provides abundant vitamin K, calcium, and a spectrum of antioxidants, nutrients critically needed for maintaining bone density and cardiovascular health. After 60, as we age, bones become increasingly fragile, and even minor fractures can lead to long-term mobility challenges. Kale's unique nutritional profile helps reinforce skeletal strength while simultaneously protecting arterial health from the calcification that often accompanies aging. Perhaps most importantly, kale supports leg and foot health, our literal foundation. Studies demonstrate that the compounds in kale can improve peripheral circulation, ensuring legs and feet remain well-nourished and responsive. Healthy circulation translates to fewer balance issues, reduced risk of diabetic complications, and stronger, steadier steps. In essence, eating kale is like choosing each day to walk more confidently into your future. Preparation matters greatly for preserving kale's benefits. Massage raw kale gently with olive oil to soften its texture while preserving its nutritional integrity. Alternatively, sauté it briefly just until it wilts. Overcooking destroys much of what makes this vegetable so beneficial. Let your kale remain vibrant and slightly firm, as this preserves its life-giving properties. For older adults seeking to take meaningful daily action toward a longer, fuller life, a simple cup of properly prepared kale isn't just food. It's a profound act of self-care and investment in tomorrow's mobility. Beets, the hidden catalyst for strength and mental clarity. In the journey of graceful aging, certain foods become essential allies, and among them, beets hold a place of distinction. Often overlooked or dismissed as merely a side dish, beets are in fact one of the most restorative plants that adults over 60 can incorporate into their daily nutrition. This vibrant root vegetable contains abundant natural nitrates, compounds, that significantly enhance blood flow throughout the body, particularly to muscles and the brain. For older adults, this effect is transformative. As we age, circulation naturally declines, depriving muscles of oxygen and nutrients, leading to weakness, slower reflexes, and cognitive haziness. Beets, by naturally expanding blood vessels and improving vascular elasticity, directly combat this process. With improved blood flow, muscles, especially in the legs and feet, maintain their strength and responsiveness, granting older adults the invaluable gift of continued mobility and independence. Beyond vascular benefits, beets contain betalains and folate, nutrients that nourish the brain, preserving memory, processing speed, and mental clarity. Research indicates that adults who consume higher levels of betalains show noticeably sharper cognitive function compared to those who don't. It's not an exaggeration to say that a simple serving of beets daily can help defend the dignity of a clear mind and an active body against the gradual effects of time. What makes beets even more remarkable is their quiet work supporting liver function, one of the body's most critical detoxification systems. A properly functioning liver helps remove compounds that can accumulate and damage joints, muscles, and blood vessels. By keeping the liver healthy, beets indirectly protect mobility and energy levels. Preparation matters significantly. Roasting beets with a light drizzle of olive oil preserves their nutrients while bringing out their natural sweetness. Alternatively, grating raw beets into salads provides maximum nutritional benefit with a pleasant texture. Some find that juicing beets with apple and ginger creates a delicious, powerful elixir that's easy to consume regularly. Beets serve as guardians of vitality, from the strength in your stride to the clarity in your thoughts. A small daily serving can have far-reaching effects, protecting aspects of life that too often diminish unnoticed. Sweet potatoes, the silent protectors of balance, vision, and vitality. As we move through the later seasons of life, some of our most powerful allies aren't exotic superfoods but rather nature's simple treasures, like the humble sweet potato. For those seeking not just longevity but a life rich with independence and connection, sweet potatoes offer far more than their delicious taste. Sweet potatoes are exceptional sources of beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A, essential for maintaining sharp vision. For older adults, this benefit is critical because vision often quietly determines independence. Clear sight doesn't just allow you to enjoy a sunset's colors or a grandchild's smile, it guards against dangerous falls, enables safe driving, and preserves the dignity of moving confidently through the world. Studies have shown that consistent intake of beta-carotene can slow the progression of age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss after age 60. In every vibrant orange tuber lies the possibility of a brighter, more secure tomorrow. But sweet potatoes protect more than the eyes. They also serve as guardians of balance and neuromuscular coordination, two often overlooked elements of vitality in later years. The antioxidants in sweet potatoes help preserve the integrity of neurons and blood vessels, ensuring that signals between the brain and feet remain swift and reliable. Strong, steady steps begin not only with strong legs, but with a well-functioning sensory system, and sweet potatoes quietly nourish both. Beyond vision and balance, sweet potatoes provide profound support for metabolic health. Their high fiber content stabilizes blood sugar levels, reduces cholesterol, and supports digestion, three major pillars of health that often erode with age. Maintaining healthy blood sugar isn't simply about avoiding diabetes. It's about protecting nerve function, blood flow to the extremities, and the strength to walk, dance, and embrace life fully. To capture the full benefits of sweet potatoes, they're best baked with the skin on, as the skin contains additional fiber and nutrients. Steaming is another excellent preparation method that preserves their nutritional integrity. Including one medium sweet potato several times weekly, whether mashed as a side dish or cubed into hearty stews, may seem like a small act, but over time weaves a profound layer of protection around the senses, the heart, and the feet that carry you forward. Yet even as sweet potatoes offer such protection and promise, not every vegetable shares their benevolence. In fact, some seemingly harmless vegetables can quietly erode your strength, impair circulation, and even weaken the very legs that sustain your independence. What are these hidden dangers lurking in your kitchen? Let's uncover the truth. Part 2. 3 vegetables older adults should avoid. Okra, the hidden threat to mobility and comfort. We age, Our dietary choices must become more deliberate because seemingly minor decisions can have significant consequences for our health, independence, and quality of life. Among the foods that older adults should approach with caution, okra stands out. Not because of any widely known concerns, but because of the quiet impact it can have deep within the body, especially on the legs and joints that maintain our mobility. At first glance, okra seems innocuous, low in calories, high in fiber, and nutrient-dense. Yet hiding beneath its characteristic ridged exterior are compounds called saponins. While these natural chemicals have certain benefits, they can be particularly harsh on the aging digestive system and joints. Saponins have been shown to trigger inflammatory responses in sensitive individuals, particularly targeting joints, muscles, and connective tissues. For older adults already vulnerable to arthritis, nerve sensitivity, or muscle stiffness, these compounds can silently worsen pain, reduce flexibility, and contribute to a concerning loss of mobility. The damage extends beyond mere discomfort. Chronic low-level inflammation in the legs can weaken muscles, impair circulation, and compromise the delicate neuromuscular coordination needed for steady, safe walking. Over time, unnoticed weakness accumulates, steps become uncertain, and the simple joy of taking a neighborhood walk or moving confidently across a room begins to slip away without clear warning. Beyond the physical toll, the emotional burden of decreasing balance, experiencing falls, or living with persistent joint discomfort is profound. Feelings of vulnerability and isolation often develop when the body no longer moves with ease. In this way, okra, seemingly so harmless, can quietly contribute to a much deeper erosion of well-being. Preparation methods make little difference. Whether fried, roasted, or stewed, the potentially problematic compounds in okra remain a concern, particularly when consumed regularly. For older adults striving to protect their mobility, stability, and independence, there are far safer, more nourishing vegetable choices to incorporate. Not everyone will experience immediate symptoms after eating okra, but for those over 60, when the body's resilience is naturally reduced, the risk is significant. Protecting your ability to walk, to dance, to stand strong begins with protecting your joints and muscles from silent saboteurs like these. And yet, okra is just the beginning. Other vegetables, while colorful and common, contain compounds that quietly inflame, disrupt, and deplete, threatening not only your strength but your mental clarity as well. Could one of the most popular vegetables in American kitchens actually be accelerating aging from within? Let's find out. Yellow squash. The hidden catalyst of silent inflammation. In our golden years, every meal carries the quiet power to either heal or harm, often in ways that our bodies reveal only gradually over time. Among the most deceptive foods for older adults is yellow summer squash, bright, familiar, and commonly praised for its versatility and gentle flavor. Yet beneath its cheerful appearance lies a deeper story demanding attention from anyone determined to protect their vitality and well-being. Yellow squash, a member of the cucurbit family, naturally contains cucurbitacins, bitter compounds that can irritate the digestive tract and trigger inflammatory responses. For older adults whose digestive and immune systems may already be more vulnerable, this becomes a silent concern. These compounds can initiate low-grade chronic inflammation that often goes unnoticed initially, but slowly compromises joint health, blood vessel function, and nerve resilience, all crucial for maintaining balance, strength, and mobility. For many older adults, the first subtle signs of this hidden inflammation aren't dramatic pain, but small changes. Morning stiffness in the ankles, occasional tingling in the toes, or a sense of unsteadiness when walking that wasn't present before. As inflammation quietly progresses, it can reduce blood flow to the feet and legs, diminish sensation, weaken muscles, and increase fall risk, one of the most serious dangers facing adults over 60. The irony is painful. A vegetable often chosen for its mild nature and supposed health benefits may, for many older adults, be feeding the very processes of decline they're trying so diligently to avoid. Even more concerning, Yellow squash offers relatively few protective nutrients compared to more deeply colored vegetables, meaning you bear the burden of its inflammatory potential without receiving comparable protective benefits. While cooking, yellow squash thoroughly can reduce some of its problematic compounds. For older adults already managing arthritis, cardiovascular issues, or digestive sensitivity, the wiser approach is to minimize or avoid it altogether. Countless other vegetables, safer, richer in antioxidants and gentler on aging systems, can take its place without inviting silent harm. Choosing what not to eat can be as powerful as choosing what to include. Protecting your mobility, strength, and peace of mind starts with small, wise decisions at every meal. But yellow squash isn't the only hidden culprit. There's another vegetable, humble, common, beloved across generations, that may be wreaking even greater havoc on the health of your legs, your heart, and your very ability to live independently. Could the vegetable you trust most be undermining your strength from within? The truth is more startling than you might imagine. 3. Russet potatoes, the comfort food that quietly undermines strength and stability. Few foods are more deeply woven into our culinary traditions than russet potatoes, mashed for holiday gatherings, baked alongside comforting meals, or transformed into golden fries. Potatoes feel like home, like tradition, like comfort. But for adults over 60, this trusted staple can quietly betray the very strength and stability that are so critical to aging well. Beneath their familiar appeal lies an important truth. Russet potatoes are extremely high on the glycemic index, causing rapid and significant blood sugar spikes shortly after eating. While the immediate effect may feel harmless or even pleasurable, the long-term consequences are concerning. Repeated blood sugar surges trigger inflammatory responses within the body, straining the delicate blood vessels that nourish the legs, feet, and brain. For older adults whose circulatory systems are already more vulnerable, this can manifest as slower healing, reduced sensation, and a gradual weakness that undermines mobility without obvious warning signs. The risk doesn't end with blood sugar fluctuations. High glycemic foods like russet potatoes contribute to the progressive hardening of arteries known as arteriosclerosis. As arteries lose their elasticity, blood flow to the lower extremities diminishes, resulting in cold feet, cramping, numbness, and instability. What begins as mild discomfort can quickly escalate to serious risks, increased likelihood of falling, slower recovery from injuries, and a loss of independence that profoundly impacts both physical and emotional well-being. Even traditional preparation methods for russet potatoes carry hidden concerns. Many potato dishes incorporate butter, cream, and salt, compounding their already significant impact on cardiovascular health. For older adults managing hypertension, diabetes, or heart disease, a simple serving of potatoes can quietly counteract the careful work of medications and healthy habits. Russet potatoes also rank low in protective nutrients compared to their colorful counterparts. Unlike the vibrant hues of sweet potatoes or purple potatoes, which indicate abundant antioxidants, russet potatoes offer minimal defense against the oxidative stress that accelerates cellular aging. Avoiding russet potatoes doesn't mean abandoning comfort or satisfaction at mealtime. It means choosing options that honor the body's need for steady energy, robust circulation, and resilient muscles, the very qualities that sustain freedom and joy in life's later chapters. The power of every small choice. As we move into the later chapters of life, it becomes evident that true strength isn't built through dramatic interventions, but through small daily choices often made without recognizing their significance. Selecting the right vegetables, avoiding hidden dietary pitfalls, protecting the legs that carry us, the heart that sustains us, and the mind that defines us. These aren't merely matters of nutrition. They're profound acts of self-respect, of honoring the life we've been given and the years we've earned. From personal experience and countless stories encountered along the way, one truth stands clear. Aging well isn't about seeking miracles, but about consistency, awareness, and willingness to care for our bodies with quiet dedication. No medication, no doctor, No technological innovation can replace what thoughtful daily nourishment provides. It may seem insignificant to add a serving of beets, to choose kale instead of a riskier green, to replace russet potatoes with more nutrient-dense alternatives. But in the life of an older adult, these small changes ripple outward. They protect the ability to walk freely, think clearly, and live independently. They safeguard laughter shared with family, adventures taken with friends, and dreams pursued in vibrant health. The lesson is simple, yet profound. Every meal represents a decision about your future. Every bite is a vote for either strength or struggle. We cannot control every aspect of aging, but we can honor ourselves and create the best possible conditions for living fully each day to come. The path to a stronger, freer, more joyful life in our later years isn't complicated. It's built through respect for the body, care for the mind, and above all, love for the life we still have the power to shape. I hope these insights inspire you to live more fully and authentically. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take a moment to reflect and share one idea you've learned that you plan to incorporate into your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these important truths about nutrition and aging. Thank you for joining me in exploring the powerful connection between what we eat and how we age. Here's to living life on your own terms, with strength, clarity, and joy that endures.